Hello, friends and fellow Historians. Welcome back to my Victorian legacy. I'm so glad to have you guys here today because I feel like a lot actually starts to progress in this episode, which makes me so excited because I know the first couple episodes of a Victorian challenge, especially if you're starting in the lower class, can feel like it takes a little bit of time for things to actually start happening. And now that we have children, I think things are just going to kind of start flying by. So, welcome back to the Browning family. We've got our triplets here, which we have absolutely emotionally recovered from. We've got Archibald and Helena and, oh god, Theodore. I know my Sims names. And James is an absolutely stellar 19th century dad. He's actually like involved while they're playing around and stuff. And my gosh, look how cute she is. Okay, so Helena is like certified the most darling child I have ever seen. Cool, that's a thing. And look, wait, what? Are you walking away? What? Why did you just leave the toddler in the I didn't know you could do that. Oh, what? Okay. It's possible that my game has broken. Gee, well, Eloise is bathing the toddler okay. Maybe James is just really glitched, or maybe I just have too many mods. Will I actually delete any of them? No. No, I won't. So we will suffer with the glitches, not in silence. And the children's are pretty mobile these days, especially Helena and Theodore. They're definitely walking around quite a bit. And we actually kind of take some turns with James taking care of the kids and Eloise working the produce stand. Although, to be honest, guys, I'm not sure we're going to keep the produce stand very much longer. I think I'm just going to start superselling or directly selling from the plants because I feel like it's taking an unnecessary amount of time. And if we're really being honest with ourselves, I feel like lower class gameplay in The Sims 4 just isn't going to work the way that I'm used to. In The Sims 2, I think I think the simplicity and the domesticity of it is so enjoyable in the lower class, but it's not working for me. And I don't know, I just feel like we have so much great decor we could use for the upper class, so I'm excited to start progressing through. We'll still keep them as farmers for now. I don't know if we'll decide to change their careers at some point, but maybe we'll just keep them as farmers, and when the next generation grows up, maybe Theodore here, I mean, look how cute he is. Maybe we'll switch into a slightly elevated status career. I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's really cute. I'm not sure why toddlers can't eat at the table, but they're totally cool to eat on the couch. Does that make sense to anyone else? Because I've never had a toddler in this game actually eat like at the table. But nonetheless, like I don't mind everyone gathering around the hearth and just kind of like eating their cake or fish pie or whatever this is and just chatting as a family. Although I guess we're probably going to need some more seating. I mean, this is not a small family. But thankfully, even if our produce stand isn't making a lot of money, Eloise is doing so well with the paintings. I mean, we are making at least like 700 a painting, which is just incredible for what, episode 3? And we did buy one of these little fizz juicers. I don't know. I'm kind of regretting it. It's a little bit annoying and I'm not sure it's working with my gameplay. So we're just probably gonna forget about it on the side of the house for a while. Cool with you guys? So the toddlers, thankfully, since there are so many of them, they're kind of like self-sufficient. I don't know. The first few days of gameplay with toddlers was just like, what have I done? But it has progressed since then to be a little bit easier. I mean, they entertain themselves, they play with themselves. It's not as bad as it was at the start. Or maybe I'm just playing the game enough that it's not bad. Although you see Archibald literally get up from bed to try and make a mess. As he apparently succeeded, which is obviously ideal. So, I mean, you know, once we've accepted the chaos, it's good. And look at these two. They're so happy, and look at the blush on their cheeks. Yeah, so Eloise and James actually spend like quite a lot of time together this episode. It's really quite sweet. And I definitely don't mind letting them have a little bit more of like date nights and stuff. I mean, they can't really leave the house because they've got 3 toddlers. but they can have a little bit of fun inside the house. So that's what we're letting them do. And who knows, maybe we'll get one more child out of this. All right, we are pregnant. I don't such glitch. It's fine. Okay. But the good news is, even if it took us a couple extra seconds to actually have her reaction, we have another baby on the way. And she's telling James, and I think he's immediately like, oh my god, we don't have space for that. But as you can see, he kind of comes around and becomes pretty excited. I mean, Eloise is probably like, I really, really hope this is not twins, and he's probably making a joke like, what if it's triplets again? And she's like, don't even go there. We don't really need more kids, to be honest. We've got three great kids, healthy, happy, probably really well socialized. But you never know what happens with the mortality rates and such. And he's so tired. Okay, so the toddlers maybe aren't so bad for me being the simmer, but as the parent, it's obviously a little bit exhausting. Although Eloise seems to be doing pretty well at like 10:45 painting. So we finally got enough money that I could redo the kitchen, which I'm really excited about because we didn't really have anything in there. So I've added this really great big hearth, which I love. It's one of my favorite pieces of CC, and some cabinets and stuff. So hopefully we can start to have like some fun family dinners in there once they turn into children. I refuse, absolutely refuse to put all of these children in high chairs. I mentally cannot handle that. And I truly mean that. Oh my goodness, look at Helena with her little mac and cheese. I'm sorry, she's just adorable. So it is winter. Is this our first winter? It might be our first winter. Or I'm just blacking out and forgetting everything that's happened up until this point. But the snow in this game is so pretty, although I say that about all of the Sims games. Although actually, I can't even remember what snow in The Sims 3 looks like. Is there snow? Okay, regardless, Eloise is looking pretty pregnant, although when she gets pregnant, she pops. She looks so pregnant right from the get-go. But she's still managing to get a lot of painting in, and James is still being really sweet and attentive to her. So I guess we can forgive him for trying to sleep with one of their neighbors in like episode 1. That hasn't happened again. So I'm going to say it was a momentary lapse of judgment and he was confused. But I'm glad that they're getting along really well because I feel like if they were having marital issues, it would probably be really hard with this many kids. And we're about to have 4. And oh, I wanted to show you, she painted this and I thought it would look so cute in Helena's bedroom. So we do have the boys in their own bedroom, and we'll probably put the new baby in Helena's bedroom just because there's less humans in there. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, at some point, I think we're going to have to add on to the house. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen too soon because I hate building. I hate building with such a passion. She's already in labor? Oh my god, that happens so fast. Wait, she's in labor and she's like playing with the kid? She's reading to Archibald. No, no, why don't you just go have the baby? That cannot be enjoyable. James can deal with this. Now she's bathing him? Guys, can you imagine just taking care of your children like this while actively in labor? I can't. And I've never even experienced labor. Okay, what are we gonna have? I mean, we've got 2 boys, so I wouldn't mind a girl. Okay, it's a boy. That's cool. And let's go with Harrison. I don't think you guys have actually given me any name suggestions for this challenge specifically. I've gotten a lot for the royalty. No! Twins? Oh my god, this had better not be triplets. Whew, okay, we'll name her Augusta. Okay, good, it's just twins. Oh my god, we have 5 kids. Toddlers and under, that's a nightmare. Whew, okay, we're fine. It's all good. All good. So, anyways, I don't think you guys have actually given me any name suggestions for this legacy. I've gotten a lot for the Royalty Challenge and the Sims 2 Challenge. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And thankfully, we are aging up the toddlers immediately because I could not handle 5 toddlers. That is beyond me. Oh, that actually upsets me just thinking about it. Okay, what do we want to give her? I really hate all of these options because we've had them for like 6 years and they never change. We'll do creativity, I guess, because it's fitting for a woman. I don't know. And let's just try randomizing a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what to give her. We'll just randomize until something sticks. How about outgoing? She can be outgoing. I'm okay with that. I like that. All right. So we have Helena aged up. We're going to do Theodore next. And yes, we are recycling the same birthday cake. I am not making 3 cakes. It's not worth it. And then we might have to wait a little bit because everyone is exhausted and I'm worried James will pass out. And then we'll do Archibald. I guess maybe we'll do social. I mean, I know we're not actually going to make any of these. Like, these kids are not going to reach their aspirations. I just know that. So I guess it doesn't matter. But I feel like Theodore is probably pretty confident and friendly. Ooh, how about self-assured then? We'll do that. Grew up. He grew, oh my god, look at him. He grew up with so much sass. That is hilarious. I love it. That is such a mood. Little hand on the hip. All right, we will put them in some clothes. Yes, I am holding off on Archibald. I want to make sure everyone's not going to pass out. So unfortunately, kid, we got to get rid of these funny glasses. I could give you spectacles, but they're not really cool, and I feel like he would only want them if they were cool. Because preteens in the 19th century were concerned about being cool, right? I honestly have no idea. But he's got such cute facial structure. I think he has Eloise's nose, maybe? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then I want to give him like a little bit of like a pink nose or some freckles or something like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't do a lot of work on the children because I think it's kind of unnecessary, and the more you work with them, the more ridiculous and fussy they look. All right, let's move on to Archibald. Okay, and so Archibald is just such a cutie. I mean, look at him. You know, Helena, instead of just like kind of dancing in the kitchen, you could be cleaning, but sure, it's fine. So as you can see, the boys' bedroom is getting a little bit chaotic. We did move Harrison in there. Things are a bit of a mess, so we're actually going to send Eloise out because it's Winterfest to meet our new neighbors. This is the Whitley family. We have Jeanette, the mother, and Louie. Louie's over there, her husband. And then they have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, so Janie and Philip. We wanted to go meet them so we could invite them over to our Winterfest celebration today because I want the kids to all have friends. And I think they've met the Frost family already. Oh gosh, I totally missed the toddlers aging. I totally missed the babies aging up into toddlers. Ugh. These options are awful too. Okay, we're just gonna do independent because it's easy and it makes my life easier. Harrison. Oh, she is so pouty. Okay, I kind of quite like these very severe eyebrows on him. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay, I made a great call with the harsh eyebrows. Look at how grumpy he is. Why is Harrison so grumpy? Oh, I love him. He's ridiculous. And we've got a great family moment of putting the decorations on the tree before everyone arrives. I think this kid here, his name's Gideon. I didn't create him. He just kind of spawned in some Victorian garb, so that makes my life easier. It's got Katarina. Oh gosh, I don't actually remember her name. And the Frost family here sitting down, chatting until the grand feast is ready. Actually, it's already ready. They're just okay. Yeah, and you can see Johnson Frost over here. He's actually got the same hair as Theodore. Oh, and his sister Abigail's really upset. I'm not really sure why she's upset right now, but Theodore's really friendly, and so he wants to, cheer her up a bit. I mean, look, she's got tears in her eyes. That's so sad. So he gives her a gift. It's one of the toys that he has from his toy basket. So he's giving her one of his toys, which is really, really cute. So I absolutely love that. I think they'll be great friends. And so this is Philip Whitley. I am high-key kind of obsessed with him. He's a very interesting looking Sim. He looks quite a lot like his mother. But he seems to be getting along pretty well with Helena here, which makes me happy because I just want everyone to have friends. So we do take a moment and let the adults actually open gifts too. Just, a few moments. And then we have some really bad news. So Augusta, on Christmas Eve, or Winterfest Eve, falls very ill. Very, very ill. And the whole house is kind of just shocked and, like, trying to make her feel more comfortable. But, like, it's the 19th century, there's not really much they can do. So everyone was getting really upset about the situation. So I sent the kids out to hang out with the Whitleys at their house to kind of get them out of the house while the parents try and figure out what to do about Augusta. And they're probably having the local physician come in, but obviously it's not going to help. So Theodore gifts Janie a gift as well of one of their toys. I don't know if he's friendly or if he's a little bit flirty, but he's a great kid. Archibald doesn't seem to be near as social as the other two. Aw, Theodore, he's so upset. So he's just kind of like sitting on the sidelines while the other kids are chatting, but it doesn't seem to bother him. And he seems especially more comfortable with Helena next to him. So I feel like Archibald and Helena probably have a really good relationship. But Helena's continuing to talk to Philip a little bit, and like I just love their little budding friendship. Philip's a loner. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I mean, he seems a little bit angsty, but he's always willing to chat with Helena. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe things, maybe nothing. But gosh, isn't Archibald just the cutest? Meanwhile, outside, their parents are fighting, like proper fighting. I don't know what's going on. I missed whatever caused the fight, but it happened. So back at the house, Eloise is trying to kind of diffuse the situation by cooking. It's not working, and all of the kids come to wake her up, or at least the boys come to wake her up in the middle of the night. I guess they probably hear like some crying, maybe from Augusta, and Augusta passes away really suddenly. Unfortunately, there's not really a code for toddlers enacting death because they're not supposed to die in this game. So I did use the Life Tragedies mod, and this is why the toddler just immediately disappears. But at least we do have an urn, so we've got that, which is better than using the MC Command Center and killing her. But obviously these two are a little traumatized. She dies while they're in the room and chatting, and it's a little bit overwhelming for them. And I know it's winter and these things happen in winter, but because there are higher mortality rates in the 19th century doesn't mean that they feel the pain and loss of their family members any less. Oh, look at her. Look at the tears in her eyes. She's so upset. Oh my god. My heart is breaking. I'm sorry, Eloise. Meanwhile, Harrison is happy for the first time since he was born. Is anyone else like high-key kind of worried about Harrison and his mental health? Because what? I mean, I guess it's possible Harrison doesn't really understand the situation like obviously Eloise and James do. But I feel like he would know that his sister is gone, but he looks like calm and collected, and his moods are kind of okay comparatively. So I don't know what's going on with that. But meanwhile, the kids come home from school looking so depressed. There's not even a proper analogy I can make for that. But they do invite the Whitleys over. They seem to just like naturally be talking to the Whitleys more than the Frosts. So I'm just going to kind of let that develop. And I think we'll have Theodore come over and talk to Janie since they've kind of been developing a friendship. And of course, our loner Philip out here with his little sulk or snark or whatever that is hanging out on the outskirts of the house waiting for anyone to come to him. But Theodore's probably telling Janie about what happened, and she's like really shocked and upset for them and just doesn't really know how to respond because it's such terrible news. And well, Philip on the other hand is just kind of like, I don't think, very good at comforting Helena because she walks away like really fast. But meanwhile, these two like are continuing to talk. Philip is just sitting behind Theodore, staring into the void, I guess. What are you always staring at? Jeannie actually gets Theodore to like kind of cheer up a little bit. Like he's obviously still sad and there's tears in his eyes, but he's still smiling every once in a while. And so the whole household is just kind of doing what they can to forget about what happened. And again, Theodore just kind of being upset and staring out of a window. Poor Theodore is really, really affected by Augusta's death. He's just quite sensitive. All right, well, I think that's all for today. It was definitely an episode where a lot happened. But I'm really excited to see the kids become friends with the other neighbors a little bit more in the next episode, and maybe we'll have teenagers soon. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.